get this show on the road.
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Gank and this is something a little different for me. Some of you might know I do a weekly World of Tanks series that features live gameplay and commentary where you, the viewer, pick the tank. This is a battle from replay, and replays aren't something I do a lot of. I know there are some people out there on the YouTubes who, they do nothing but replays. They do 20, 30 battles, pick their best one, show it to you like they're the greatest player in the world. And that's not what I'm doing here today. What I'm doing here today is a bit of a learning exercise. I wanted to use this replay, which I recorded. Now, I recorded this as we're watching from the live perspective. Right, this is how I actually watched the battle, and I also did some recording afterwards of the battle in different angles and stuff, and I've interlaced that in through the video, and we'll see how that goes. But as it goes, this is going to be a learning experience because this is a battle in which I do fairly well up until the end, and then I completely drop the ball, blow the match. There, surprise is over. I blow the match for a few reasons. I think I make 2 or 3 key mistakes. One of them is not playing the T29 to its strengths. T29 is of course a tier 7 US heavy tank which requires a hull down tactics. Hull down is simply keeping your hull hidden because it's weak. It's like butter, the hull of a T29. You know, angling like you would, let's say, in a German tank, it's not going to help you. What you want to do is expose that bulbous turret to them, let them ping their shots off that while you return fire with a pretty darn good gun. Now my first sighting is up over here. And I get kind of lucky because I get the kill shot even though a couple other guys fired on him. Now look at the flanks, guys. First lesson here for all of us, cover the flanks. Look at me, I'm all alone here with the Lux. And the center is pretty clogged up, and on the east we've got the other heavy with 1 tank in support as well. Like, please guys, look at your midi maps, see where people are, and adjust when you have to. Don't just follow everybody else. Now, the other point I want to make is this Lux. Now, if you take a look at this Lux, tier 4 light tank, right? He is doing an awesome job at scouting, and he'll stay with me for almost the entire match, right up until the very end. He does an awesome job. He is doing what a scout should do. No, there's no arty, but you don't need arty to scout. There's always somebody to scout for. If it isn't a TD, if there's no arty and there's, you can scout for a TD, you can scout for a heavy, you can scout for the mediums. Scouting is a very valuable role, and it's not something people always do well. Now, I know Wargaming doesn't do a good job of preparing people for the dedicated scouts. You know, people, you're playing your tier 3 tanks, having fun, then suddenly you're in a tier 4 and you're in with tier 7s. You don't know what to do. What am I going to do? I can't do anything. Nonsense. There's always something you can do. First of all, look at the enemy team. There's going to be a tier 4 on their team as well. Take care of him. Your job is not to kill the top guy on the other team's roster. Alright, everybody has a role to play. Now look at this Lux. He is skirting along to the north and he is scouting perfectly. Now normally we'd expect to see Artie up on this side, but there's none, of course. Now I missed that shot because this is not a sniper tank by any means. And that was a pretty tough shot to make. So I missed, but he still goes down. Now the Lux, he's sweeping to the north and now he's coming east towards the cap, which is exactly what he should do. You know, he knows he's got me there, so everything he spots isn't gonna see me. So I'm gonna get a shot at this stuff without them even knowing I'm there. Now he comes up and spots that stug. So he does a really good job of distracting him while I close in. Now at this stage I don't think the stug's even seen me. Like, he's hiding behind that pillbox and out he comes. Nope, can't get a shot at him. Now the Lux maybe shouldn't have taken that, he maybe should have ran away. But here he comes now towards me, lures the stug out. Bang! Down goes the stug, and you can see the Lux going up over the hill in the top video there. Now, coming up over this hill, we're going to see that I do make a bit of a mistake, because as I said, the main video you're watching is how I saw the battle. So when I come up over this hill, I actually thought I was hull down. I thought I was being pretty sneaky. Here I come, here I come. And you can see from the other video, I'm okay there, but here I'm not okay. I'm obviously not hull down here, and I know this at this point. But when I do back down to about there, I think I'm hull down, and I'm not quite. So take a look around your tank as you're playing. Be aware of the terrain and actually where you're positioned, especially if you're in a tank which needs to be hull down, like a lot of the US heavy tanks, medium tanks for that matter, and some tank destroyers too need to be hull down as well. So I'm coming up around here, around the corner, and into the city, which isn't... You can do well in the city with a tank like this if you know how to play it, and this is where I make my mistakes. Now the tiger here, he never sees me. I just keep pounding him from behind. Ooh, that doesn't sound very good. I keep shooting him from behind, and he doesn't even turn around and face me. Now the VK3601H, he sees me, he comes around the corner, twist at the last minute there, and take that shot on my tracks. So that was a good twist. If I twisted the other way, I might have taken it in the hull, and that would have been no good. Now watch this. Whoa, that looks like I shot both of them dead at once, doesn't it? That's awesome. We'll take a look at that again in slow motion. Now I didn't, of course, kill them both with a one shot, but it does look pretty cool, so I'm just going to let you guys watch this. That's so awesome. And it's lucky that we picked different targets and killed them both at once. Otherwise, there would have been one left alive. Now, at this point, I'm feeling pretty cocky. Got 4 kills. There's only 2 of them left. There's 3 of us. The Tog, well, make fun of the Tog if you want, but he's still there. He's still got 67% of his hit points. So here I come. Now, I come up to here, and I think I'm going to do some side scraping at this stage, right? So I know the T29's there. But he does track me, which when you're side scraping, you're going to get tracked. So I kind of succeeded, but it allows him to get away and get around the top of the building. Now, coming around here is where I really start to make some errors. The first thing I did was I consciously decided, I said to myself, I'm going to get this easy kill with the T29. I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to go kill that T29. So I succeed in that. Now, right here, you see this angle between the building? Now I'm going to show it again in this upper left video a bit closer, but here is where my first mistake comes in. I should have paused, as you can see in the top video, and I should have shot at the T29 who was shooting at the Tog. I think I could have got a shot on him, but instead I race around, I go back into medium mode. I think I'm playing my medium. And I get the shot, but he rushes forward and shoots me, which was a damn good play on his part. Now he backs off, and notice the Lux, he's still there. He just tracked the guy. He's still being useful, distracting him, hurting him, tracking him. Now he missed, and I hit, and I'm feeling pretty good at this stage. But I rush in, which is a big mistake. So I rush in here and bounce off of him. He doesn't bounce me, and it's pretty even now. Now once I get reloaded, the Lux has distracted him again. I should have went now and shot him, but I hesitated. I'm not sure why, but I hesitated for too long, and the Lux goes down, of course. So now I know I have a few seconds to get in and take a shot, but this is huge. Look what I do. I come around the corner. He's hiding behind the Tog, and what am I doing? I'm sitting out in the open like an idiot, with my side exposed, the weakest part of my tank, exposed to an enemy in cover. Not good. It's not going to end well for me. So I do get a shot. I get a critical hit, which means I hit his tracks. He got my fuel tank, which means he did damage. I didn't cause him any damage there. He's still at 40%. I'm now with 195 hit points, and I'm good game. This game is over. But I make another critical mistake at the end. Maybe partly because I gave up, but also because of my lack of experience, or just my lack of thinking. Now look at this. I track him, and instead of taking cover, I just sit here bouncing back and forth because I've given up. I think the game's over. And so it is. Now what I should have done, if we look back at this, is I pull around. Wisely, I finally decide to take some cover. Start backing off. He comes around. I do make a nice shot to track him, which gives me a few extra seconds. Here, it'll show me tracking him. Now what I should have done was hidden behind these steps. I've got a really strong turret. I could have tucked in there, protected my hull, made him come around. So as he came around, I could have got him at least once more, and maybe a second time. If he had fired and bounced, I might have got 2 shots off, and that would have been the difference in the game. But instead I sit here until he shoots me, and it's all over. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you managed to learn a thing or two. I know I certainly did. And thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.